Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Luke Ness Monster. Today, we're going to be talking about the Black Series Wave 32. We actually have more images in hand of the wave. Before we only had Ahsoka out of the box, and now we have the rest of the figures out of the box. So, this video, we're going to take a close look at all those figures and get an in-depth look on, all the accessories and details, and just, a nice, review without actually having the figures in front of you. Real quick there, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure to go down, hit that like button, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any Star Wars The Black Series or Vintage Collection news. It also just really helps me out and means a lot to me than you guys actually know. So if you would, like I said, go down, hit that like button, and subscribe. It means the world to me, and on to the video. So first up, before we do actually get a close look at all the figures, I do want to talk about the whole pre-order experience with this thing. They do go for pre-orders today, and I'm sure they didn't stay in stock long. I didn't really go and try to pre-order them, but these pre-orders are a year away. They're supposed to ship, I believe, March of 2023, which is more than a year away, which is absolutely insane. Because we have in-hand photos of these. We have photos of these guys showing up in stores, and yet the pre-order for these guys are still a year away. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if Hasbro's maybe accounting for maybe some kind of shipping delays or something like that, and they'll really ship sooner. But man, a year to wait for these guys when I can just go down to Target and try to find them there. It's just really, really confusing, and I don't know what's up with that, but it is what it is, I guess. And these figures also had a price hike. It looks like all Star Wars The Black Series figures now are going to cost $24.99. At least that's the standard release figures. It looks like the deluxe figures are probably going to be a good $35 now, which is very, very expensive as well. A good $10 more. And, it's just a shame, but let's just go ahead and jump right into these figures. So all the photos in this video are actually from Yakface. He did manage to get the wave in stores, so congrats Yakface. Let's go ahead and take a close look. First up is the Mandalorian Death Watch trooper, and this guy actually looks really, really good. I am thoroughly impressed with how this guy looks. There's a lot less reuse than I thought there would be. It looks like the torso and arms are reuse of the Mando body, and rightfully so. I mean, that's literally the armor that he wears in the show, so I'm perfectly fine with them reusing that. I think it works very, very well. Going down to, of course, the legs. The legs do look like, at least the thigh plates do look like the thigh plates from the Beskar Mando, but from the knees down, they do look like a brand new mold, which is pretty cool. I'm glad we are getting some brand new pieces for this figure. And then the head, of course, does look like Boba Fett's head, so they probably just threw that on a head sculpt underneath it and just probably glued it on, which probably does suck. I wish I would have done a removable helmet, but that kind of defeats the point of the Mandalorian, because the Death Watch are like, this is the way, and don't remove their helmets, so I guess that would defeat the purpose, so either way, it would have been cool. I absolutely love the way that this figure looks in the flight pose. He looks super cool. He does come with a jetpack. No boosters, unfortunately. If you do want the boosters, you have to get the deluxe Boba Fett, the Return of the Jedi version. That's the only Black Series figure that has them as of right now. But it does look great, and it does look really cool. The thing for me, though, this guy comes with a blaster rifle, a blaster pistol, and a jetpack. So according to Hasbro, he should be a deluxe figure. But, he's not named Boba Fett, so he doesn't get that Boba Fett tax. A lot of people were arguing, well, Bo-Katan comes with 2 blasters and a jetpack and a removable helmet. Same with Casca Reeves. But some other people were like, well, she's a smaller character, she's not as much plastic. Well, this here Death Watch Mandalorian is a male character. He's a bigger guy, and because of that, he's probably, the same size, if not bigger than Boba. I could see Hasbro marketing this as a deluxe figure, even though it shouldn't be. And basically what I'm getting to is Boba Fett should be a standard figure, not a deluxe figure. But next up is the client. The client does look really, really cool. I do have to say, I absolutely love the face mold on this guy. It looks like the actor just 100%, and it does look incredible. It does look like the metal on him is removable. This is pretty cool. In case you don't have 2 Yavin medals, you can always throw one of these on your Han Solo, just as kind of like a placeholder maybe. But it just looks super cool, and I'm glad you can remove it, because you can use it for whatever you want, and I do really, really like that. I do have the Cam Tono, I believe is what it's called, but it's basically the Beskar holder, and this thing looks super cool. I'm glad we're finally getting one of these in the Black Series. I think the only reason I'm probably going to pick up this figure is for that, so I can give it to my standard Mando. I think that's super cool. He also does come with a tracking fob, which I also think is amazing. I'm glad they're releasing more figures with tracking fobs. It's kind of like they took the like deluxe Beskar build-up pack Mando and threw in a few accessories with him, and I'm pretty cool with that because they didn't really have to include these accessories, and I'm really glad that they did. The biggest problem I have with this guy though is that mainly his character is found sitting down in pretty much every place you see him. In like the one room that they meet up in, he's sitting down at a table. In the cantina, he's sitting down at a table. This guy is a chair character, and yet they molded this guy with a like long trench coat in hard plastic, so you couldn't get him to sit down if you wanted to. And that's my biggest problem with this. They should have given him either soft goods or maybe made it like flexible, given that a joint or something. I don't know how it would work, but the fact that this is a sitting down character that they gave a trench coat so he can't physically sit down, that's kind of stupid in my opinion, but you know, it is what it is. Next up is Omega, and I do have to say she actually does look a lot better out of box. I was a little skeptical about her face, but she does look a little bit better out of box. She is a smaller character, of course, and it is a little upsetting that they're going to charge $25 for her, even though she's a very tiny character. But like it is what it is. She does, of course, come with her little animal. I know this animal was in the Bad Batch. I just cannot remember its name or like whatever pet it was. It's pretty cool though. I think I much would have rather gotten a AZ droid with it instead. I just think it fits the character more, and it's a droid that people really want. This animal is just going to get thrown in like my extra accessories bin. It's not something that I really need. I love world building items like that, but it's one of those things like I don't really have anywhere to put it. Her bow does look super cool, and I am actually glad they included like the energy bolt after seeing yesterday's Nightbrother. This guy has the bow but no energy bolt, so I'm glad that this one does. Looks super cool. And of course she does have her like respirator mask, which is pretty cool as well. That's something that I don't think they really needed to include, but I am glad that they did. And here is her with Wrecker. I just thought this was pretty cool. Yeah, I think that she's gonna look great with the rest of the Bad Batch. Next up is Echo. Finally, we have out-of-box images of Bad Batch Echo. We've been waiting for this figure for so long, and it's cool to see that they're finally hitting Target stores, but it's honestly just cool to see that we're getting out-of-box images of him. First up, I just want to say that the amount of detail in this guy's armor is insane. I love the screwdriver hand to the like circle knees to kind of show that he has robotic legs, because he still wears armor over them, but that's really cool because that's not something they really needed to do. They could have just reused like the hunter legs, and they didn't. They made new legs for it, and that's something I'm really glad that they did, and it really shows how good like that part of the character is. Got a better look at how the helmet fits on the character, because of course he does have his like ear muff piece that goes around his head, and we weren't sure how the helmet was going to go over that, but it does look like it kind of comes apart at the back of the helmet, and so it'll fit over it, and then it'll like pin back in once it's on. That's pretty cool. I'm glad that they found a way to do that rather than just doing swappable heads or something. I think that looks really cool. The helmet does look a bit oversized, but I still think it looks amazing. The one thing that I have been noticing though is that it seems to lack paint apps. I think like his whole like I said earmuff thing that goes around his head, those should definitely have like lights or colors on it at all, and it's just this gray dull plastic, and it does take away from the figure. I don't know why they didn't put any paint apps on it, but same with like his screwdriver hand, they should have put some kind of paint apps on that, and they didn't. It kind of sucks. One thing about his face though, his face is really throwing me off. Like it's not the fact that it's pale or it's like kind of malnourished, it's the fact that it just doesn't look like Tamor Morrison. We like with the other Bad Batch members, it kind of makes sense because they don't look exactly like the clones themselves. Like Crosshair, he looks nothing like the rest of the clones, so it makes sense that his figure doesn't look like it. And I think that Hasbro had every right to kind of make their own liberty of what those figures would look like realistically. But with Echo, he is literally a clone. He is a Tamor Morrison clone, or D. Bradley Baker, whatever you want to call him. But we already have a Tamor Morrison head sculpt for Echo in the Black Series line, and so I kind of hope that it would look somewhat like that, but I just don't see Tamor Morrison in his face at all, and that's what kind of gets me. Like, it doesn't look bad by any means. I think the face looks great. It just doesn't scream Tamor Morrison. Anyway, we also do have a close look at his like grappling hook hand thing. The biggest thing that I can tell with this, it looks like it doesn't really fit super like deep onto his arm, and so it looks like it might fall off easily or not fit super snug on there. We'll see once we do have it in hand, but it just looks a little weird. And now here is all of the Bad Batch all together. I think it's super nice to finally have the entire Bad Batch in this line. I cannot wait to get Echo and Omega to complete my Bad Batch collection because it just looks awesome. Cannot wait for Bad Batch Season 2 either, but we'll figure out when that comes out later. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the Bad Batch turned out in the Black Series. Hopefully we get them in TVC eventually, but we'll see. So yeah, that's probably going to do it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is Black Series Wave 32 out of box. Super nice to see these. I think all of these figures are must pickups from the line. I think all of them are awesome. And hopefully it doesn't actually take a full year for these guys to start hitting all stores across the world. Hopefully they start hitting stores a lot sooner because they are, of course, already hitting targets. So we will see. Who knows at this point, but yeah, it is a real shame to have to wait a full year for that pre-order to ship. So yeah, that's going to do it. Go down, hit the like button, and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Real quick though, I do want to thank my premium members. Thank you guys so much for being premium members. It means the world to me. You guys' contribution just helps out the channel so much. And I do want to thank all my members, but like I said, one perk of being a premium member is you get member shoutouts at the end of every video. So thank you guys so much for being premium members. I do really appreciate it. If you do want to become a member, go down, hit that join button. It's only 99 cents for a standard membership, $4.99 for a premium membership, and all the money goes right back into the channel. I really wanted to just give you guys another opportunity to support me if you did want to go above and beyond, and that's just absolutely incredible. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.